wanting to manifest fast, or if you just want a simple manifestation technique, then the void state is where you need to go. When you enter the void state, you shift reality instantly. And this is because basically you're going into the back end of the computer that is projecting your reality around you. So like a computer programmer, when you go into the void state, you are going back into the code of the computer and you are rewriting the code. So you're basically a computer programmer here, going back into the code of your reality and rewriting that code so that it then projects in a new way, the way that you want it to project. So the void state is essentially universal consciousness. It is basically tapping into who you are at your core. The consciousness that connects us all. It is the feeling of being both everything and nothing at the same time. So the void state is where there is no separation. It's pure consciousness. And the void state projects different realities through fragmentation and separation. So this separation occurs by dimensions, and it becomes more extreme as you move through the different dimensions. And by the time we get to the third dimension, the separation is actually so extreme that we are literally separate objects of matter. So when you enter the void state, you are essentially taking your consciousness that is focused in the third dimension, and you are consciously choosing to return to the pure consciousness from which you came. And you are doing this so that you can alter the blueprint that is trickling down and creating your reality, and therefore altering your reality. So the void state is actually a similar experience to an ego death. So if you want to enter the void state to manifest and shift your reality, the first thing that you want to do is get into a deep meditation. You can enter the void state at any time, but my favorite time to enter the void state is at night, because you can really use the darkness of night to tap into the darkness, the everything and nothingness of the void. So Neville Goddard's I Am meditation is a great way to enter the void state. Right before you go to bed, right before you're ready to fall asleep, you'd want to close your eyes and you'd want to repeat the words I am. And you would continually repeat this I am, like a mantra. And while you are doing this, you would actually visualize yourself as faceless and formless. And you would continue to do this until you feel like you are floating. Another way that you can access the void state is by using the Sanskrit mantra Soham. And I discovered this technique from the amazing spiritual teacher Deepak Chopra. Love him. Very similar practice to Neville Goddard's I Am meditation, except with the Soham mantra meditation, you are closing your eyes, focusing on your breath, and you are focusing on the mantra Soham, which actually means I am in Sanskrit. So this Soham mantra meditation practice, or this I Am meditation practice, has actually been used for many years. It's a very ancient technique. It's been rebranded a bit as the void state, but it's actually been around for a long time. This I Am meditation has been practiced in Hindu, Buddhism, and other secular traditions. The goal of this practice is to remove illusions and transcend our ego so that we can return to our true nature, our true essence. And this true essence, this true nature is actually the void state. So when you are entering the void state, you are transcending your ego and you are entering back into the consciousness of your soul, into the consciousness where all is one. So here's the process that I use to enter the void state. And this is a combination between Neville Goddard's I Am meditation and Deepak Chopra's Sanskrit mantra practice. Center yourself, close your eyes, and become very aware of your breath and become very aware of the sensations in your body. I want you to allow your energy and your focus to sink deep within your body. Focus on pulling your energy back into your body. And I know that this sounds counterintuitive, because if we want to go to the void, we'd want to leave our body, correct? But here's the key. Everything that exists outside of you also exists within you. So the universe exists both outside of you and within you. So when you pull your energy deeply into your core, you are going into the universe that is within you. And this will take you to the void. So when you feel like you are grounded and you feel like your focus is in the present moment, I want you to set an intention here to go to the void. So you would basically just state the intention, I intend in this meditation to go to the void. And after that, just continue to meditate deeper. And you will continue to do this, repeating the mantra I am, or the mantra Soham, visualizing yourself faceless, formless, allowing yourself to sink into the sensations of your body and allow yourself to become fully observing of the sensations in your body. And after a while, you will start to experience some physical symptoms that this is working. And those symptoms include the feeling of floating, the feeling of ecstasy or bliss, a spinning sensation, emotional releasing such as crying, tension, anger coming up, feeling light, feeling dissociated, chills going down your spine, and tingling. So if you start feeling any of these things, this is a very good sign that you're moving towards the void. And if this happens, I want you to just totally allow all of this to come up. Do not resist anything. The more that you allow, the more that you are moving into the void. So at this point, once you are feeling these symptoms, when you allow these to pass through you, something will shift and you will feel this feeling of relief. And at this point, if you would like to be very intentional about going to the void, you can visualize yourself moving through a tunnel and coming out into the void. Or if you don't want to do this visualization, you can just allow the feeling of relief to transport you to the void. And once you're in the void, you're going to feel some really high vibrations here. So you're going to feel a lot of bliss. You're going to feel a lot of love. You're going to feel like you have a bird's eye view on your life. And you're going to feel the presence of pure consciousness. consciousness. It'll feel like you are both nothing and everything at once. So once you are in the void, there's a couple of things that you can do. You can use this energy to heal your physical body by just allowing the energy to circulate through your body. You can also talk to the void and ask it questions to get insight on your life. And if we want to shift reality by using the void, we can take this time to intentionally choose to quantum jump into the reality that we desire to be in. So this is a bit similar to astral projection, actually, where you would ask to go to the dimension that you want to go to. So in this case, it would be the dimension where everything works out for you, where you have your manifestation, right? So when you're in the void, you would just ask to go to this dimension. And once again, if it helps you to visualize, you can visualize yourself going through a tunnel into this dimension, or you could just allow yourself to instantly be transported to this dimension. So once you're in this dimension where everything is working out for you, where you have your manifestation, I want you to soak up that energy and allow it to permeate your being. You want to fully embody this energy until it feels natural and normal to you. And then after you feel like you have what you want and you're in the dimension that you want to be in, all that you need to do now is naturally shift back into your body and open your eyes. And at this point, your entire reality will feel different. So when you come back, you might feel like you went somewhere else. And from here, you have shifted your reality. You've likely received some sort of insight or some sort of guidance that this version of you has that your previous version didn't have. So you would want to make sure that you use that guidance when you're taking actions in your life to fully ground yourself into this new dimension. So this void meditation practice is actually something that I recommend that you do quite often, because this is actually a enlightenment practice, right? This is actually a consciousness practice. It's not like a trite manifestation technique. This is actually an ancient meditation practice that has been used by many gurus for years and years and years in order to achieve higher states of consciousness and in order to eventually reach enlightenment, right? To transcend the ego. So I would recommend that you do this again and again, because this will naturally raise your consciousness when you're able to be in the void state and experience that love that is the true essence of who you are. This will naturally change your being. This will naturally change your perception, and this will naturally raise your consciousness. It may take a little bit longer at first to get into the void when you are first starting out, because you are just getting used to this type of astral travel. You are just getting used to this type of consciousness. So don't worry if it takes a little bit longer at the beginning. As you do this more and more often, it will naturally get easier and you'll be able to move into the void much quicker. I personally recommend doing this practice in the dark with maybe a candle going and in silence, so that you can really connect to the true nature of the universe. When you continue to practice this void meditation technique, over time, you will have a wider perspective on reality. You will begin to see your life and the world through a different lens. You will understand how everything is connected, and you will understand your greater role in the universe. And if you like this manifestation technique and you want to learn more about how to shift into different realities, check out my video here on how to use robotic affirmations to shift into your desired reality. In this video, I walk you through a simple process that you can use to affirm your way into the reality that you desire.